Okay, this one's from Reuters. It's Canada's Trudeau not intimidated by trucker protests. It's only a minute and 2 seconds. It's amazing how many stupid things he can say in that short period of time. And hopefully the next one that's queued up is Gravitas, which is a channel from India. Wow, it must be amazing to be one of these multicultural types and to hear your leader despised so badly in another, in an accent from a subcontinent. I mean, a lot of Indian people have a lot of interest in Canada, right? They invest in Canada, they move to Canada, very much interested in Canada. I think that's the biggest source of immigrants is from India. And they mostly hate Justin Trudeau's guts because Trudeau took a guy who was convicted of attempting to murder a Hindu politician. I mean, just how bad could it get? You could just look at that one India trip and just find like a dozen absolutely ludicrous things. They thought he was such an idiot. He shows up there dancing around like a girl and all that. So I hope that's queued up after this one. But, okay, so this is from Reuters. Is Trudeau not intimidated by truck protests? So he's talking about he's not intimidated by people who aren't doing the things that he's talking about. If there were people hurling racist abuse at store owners or flying a racist flag, what is that? What is a racist flag? Or if there are people there with swastikas or whatever it is. I mean, can this guy dig himself any deeper into a hole? Well, that's the other thing I want to mention about him, is that when he stutters and mumbles and says the wrong word, he doesn't seem to realize that he's done it. So I have a little bit of sympathy for him because I have some of the same speech problems that he does. But I correct myself almost every time, I think. Almost every time. The weird thing is I'll say exactly the opposite of what it is that I think. So that's a weird thing, but it's not all about me. Okay, so here we go. He wants to be very clear. Okay, and I want to be clear about this. I feel sorry for him. He's the victim of a narcissistic mother, probably a narcissistic father. He's a narcissist himself. I happen to sympathize with narcissists. I feel very sorry for them. But it's totally possible to seriously dislike someone that you feel sorry for. It's called a mixed feeling. Okay, here we go.
I want to be very clear. We are not intimidated by those who hurl insults and abuse at small business workers and steal food from the homeless. We won't give in to those who fly racist flags. We won't cave to those who engage in vandalism or dishonor the memory of our veterans. Yep.
He says that we're stealing food from the homeless. Okay.
There is no place in our country for threats, violence, or hatred. So to those
the hatred thing, I mean, is so pathetic. So what he's doing is he's generating hatred against people who are in favor of the trucker convoy, which has grown to probably tens or even hundreds of millions of people around the world are more or less on those guys' sides because, they're working guys, right? And they're really getting something done. People are so glad to see people take on the super rich and super corrupt, super stupid people like this. I think this is a defining moment in Canadian history. Just in case the Gravitas thing doesn't come out, it's from India, and they're going where is he? Literally, where is he? A leader should be someplace, should be in the middle of things. I would imagine they think that this convoy is a bit of an emergency. A leader would be there, but we literally don't know where he is. He's probably on the Aga Khan's island, skiing in Whistler or in Tofino. Maybe he's hanging out with Harry and whatever that broad's name is. Okay, here we go.
So to those responsible for this behavior, it needs to stop. To the politicians exploiting people's fears, I ask you to think long and hard about the consequences of your actions.
Yeah, they better, because if they don't show some sympathy with the anger of the truckers, they won't get reelected. So yeah, I would think long and hard about that if I were you, Aaron O'Toole, and the rest.
The nearly 90% of truckers across the country who've gotten vaccinated, who continue working hard to keep us fed and keep our economy moving, thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Justin.
Tired of dark spots hiding
So, the problem, of course, is that a lot of people are vaccinated and against the vaccine mandates. So